And we're back. You know, it's kind of nice not having a guest star this time around.
Really?
Our
Yeah.
segments, I feel like, are going to be a lot shorter. The first one certainly was.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I did like having guest stars, though. It was kind of nice to talk to someone else besides you.
It's true. I don't like talking to me either.
Yeah.
But you know what? It does keep our segments a little
Shorter,
a little leaner. You know, they don't ramble on for as long when there's a third person taking up airtime.
Maybe. We'll see.
So, we were going to actually have a guest star, but we had to put him in a bubble.
Yes.
You had to put him in a bubble.
Bubble,
Kind of like
bubble wrap.
Kind of like sports, like
Sports
basketball, NHL, nice little bubble going on.
They're in a bubble.
MLB, not so much.
No. We are full blown baseball. We'll go to every stadium. We'll do whatever we want in baseball. Pretty much is what they say.
And start racking up the positive tests.
Yeah,
too.
why not?
Why not? You know what sucks? You know what really sucks is that we want to talk about sports, and there's this specter, the elephant in the room, right? It's just COVID.
It's all they talk about.
Shit.
Yeah.
And for good reason. I mean, I understand why, but it's just me lamenting on how much the world fucking sucks right now.
It
Right?
does. It's not.
I thought it was bad when Kobe died, and then it had to go get worse. But
2020 just has not. 2020 was supposed to be the year. You know why? Because every major holiday happens on a weekend.
Really?
Yes. Every major holiday happens on a weekend. It was supposed to be the chosen one. And if 2020 has failed.
Is that another wrestling reference?
No, it's a Revenge of the Sith reference. You were supposed to be the chosen one.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, going
There you
to
go.
a semi-deep cut there.
Mm-hmm.
I like me some Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
I'm not a prequel hater. That's a story for the movie segment, though.
Back
Yeah,
to
you know what?
sports.
You know why this was going to be the year for me? Because Kobe was going into the Hall of Fame. I was really excited to see his Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened there? So, anyway, yeah, MLB has kind of screwed the pooch, but
Don't make me cry right now. But yeah, MLB, man, I don't know. They agreed on the set amount of games and they were off. They were off with no contingency plans, and they're kind of flying by the wheel. It seems like.
I think like the rest of us, they're just being optimistic, and shit keeps popping up, and it's just a clusterfuck, But hey, basketball and hockey, right? The NHL, the NBA seem to be doing pretty good so far.
They got it right. They got it with the bubble.
So, you know what? We were talking about this earlier off camera. That's right. We give all our good content off camera, so none of you can see it.
Yeah,
then we get on here and we have dick to talk about. But anyway, so
happens.
we were talking about how the regular seasons, like what they're doing right now, is kind of like we're watching these regular season games. We're watching some tonight, and it's kind of like. What's the point? And now there is a point, right? It's like a preseason kind of. They got to get in.
Keep warming up,
They got to get in game shape and everything. But everything I think is going to really heat up once we get to the postseason. What the NHL is doing right now is really interesting. These play-in series. It's kind of convoluted, to be fair. Yeah. If you're not a big hockey fan, you probably don't give a shit. Because it's just kind of convoluted, but it's interesting. They're doing 5-game series as play-ins to get seeding for the playoffs. Kind of weird, but kind of cool at the same time. It almost creates like a little tournament type atmosphere. The NBA is just basically finishing up their regular season. It doesn't really seem like any of it matters, but it does. But the point is, it's going to be really interesting once it gets into the postseason.
I can't wait for postseason NBA.
I feel like the NBA postseason is usually somewhat of a foregone conclusion. You can kind of say these 4 teams are going to be in the championship games, and everyone else is going to get kind of knocked out. Well, there's still upsets here and there, but
I mean that for a while that has been the case when LeBron was in Cleveland. It was sorry, beer burp. I burp a lot. It happens throughout the show,
and it looks great on camera.
Great on camera. You can smell it too, right on camera. The scratch off video.
Start talking about smells.
Smells, whatever. But when LeBron was in Cleveland, it was always a foregone conclusion. It was going to be Cleveland and Golden State for like the last 3 years. And then when LeBron went to the Lakers, it wasn't a foregone conclusion that Cleveland wasn't going to go back because obviously they went down, obviously.
Yeah.
And LeBron didn't even make the playoffs with the Lakers. So it was, what was last year? Golden State and Toronto, right? Right? Toronto beat Golden State.
Yes. Yeah. Correct them window. Right, they did. Right,
yeah. So, I mean, this year, you got a lot of different teams.
I feel like something's going to happen. Yeah. I feel like something, because it's kind of got that feel of like the Lakers or the Clippers are going to go, but the Lakers and the Clippers are in the same conference.
Yeah. So they'll be in the Western Conference Finals, you think?
And the East, I think so. But in the East, you got the Bucks. The Bucks are the cream of the crop.
Pretty much. But I feel like cream,
I feel like either something's going to happen, either the Lakers or the Clippers before they get to the conference finals, or to the Bucks before they get to the NBA finals and clear out the East. I feel like something wacky is going to happen, just because of the way everything is all weirded out right now. Because
you think maybe COVID. like a star might test positive and then
no, I wasn't even thinking about that.
That wipes them out of the playoffs.
That would suck. That would suck. That would suck. But that could certainly happen. No, I was thinking more just because nobody's been playing for a while. You might have guys out of shape, or they're just not quite in game shape, or the chemistry might not be there to where you get some fluky team that goes. I like to see the Dallas Mavericks go. I don't really like Mark Cuban, but I like Luka Doncic. And
he's a massive fucking baller, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Massive baller.
It would be kind of fun to see some team like that make way, or maybe the Portland. Everybody's darling is the Portland Trailblazers right now. So.
With skinny Carmelo.
Everybody always forgets that Carmelo is
forgot.
Back in the league.
I completely forgot. I honestly forgot. We were watching, was it Portland and Houston tonight on Tuesday? They were playing Houston. They beat Houston. Yeah,
they did.
Fucking James Harden just fucking throwing up threes like it doesn't matter. Not even passing the ball or anything. He's probably winded. You can't play more than 30 minutes. Fucking guy.
We'll just wait until it gets in the postseason. Then it'll be all cleared up.
Yeah, it'll clear up. Yeah. This guy can't handle 3 months off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, that's enough basketball talk. I mean, we don't want to bore you guys with basketball talk. So
we did talk a little bit about baseball and fucking. Aaron Judge is fucking knocking the ball out of the park right now. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Did you like the live experience with baseball? The live TV experience with baseball with no crowds, and they had like those whatever in the background. The cardboard cutouts.
No, I feel like I talked about this in a previous episode, so there might be some redundancy here. But I tend to repeat myself a lot, so it's all good. I don't like the whole virtual crowd thing. I don't like,
even with the NBA.
I don't like piped in crowd noise. No. I want it to be different. I don't want us to try to pretend like it's normal. Yeah. I would rather us embrace the abnormality. That's the word right there. Abnormality of it, and I just want to hear. Like, I understand in baseball there's a lot of dead air. Right. In baseball, there is more than any other sport, there's a lot of dead air where the hum of the crowd can make a difference. But in basketball, hockey, there's tons of noise, right? Yeah. The skates on the ice, the puck going everywhere, the sticks on the ice. There's tons of noise. We don't need fake crowd. Basketball, I want to hear the guys chirping each other. Yeah. I want to hear everybody talking. I want to hear it. Football.
Get the sensors fucking beep, 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 beep.
Whatever. Hey, fuck America and its puritanical bullshit. We all like to pretend that athletes don't curse. Come on, we all know what happens. We don't need to pretend like it's not there. Give me a break.
All right.
We have a rating system on TV. Throw TVMA on an NBA game. I'm stoked. I'm watching. It'd be awesome. Yeah. TVMA. I'm like, yep, I am tuned in. Bring the daughter along. Be like, you're watching with me. We got some good old fashioned sports here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so NFL. Also, I would love to hear the talk on the field. Just like I would like to hear the talk on the court of a basketball game. So I don't need fake crowd noise to drown everything out. I don't need to just pretend like it's a normal year. I would rather embrace the fact that it's an abnormal year and that it's a little bit weird. Weirdness is not that bad.
Yeah, not right
Weirdness
now.
can
right
be
now,
fun.
It could be good. Right
And
now, yeah.
the point I made in it, I think, the
You
beer hasn't got to me yet.
No.
The memory, the point I made in a previous episode was, it's one season. Even if it goes into the next season and we're still dealing with this shit, it's only 2 seasons out of what the sport's been around 100 years, give or take. It's 1 or 2. Like let it exist in its weirdness. It'd be kind of fun. To me, it'd be kind of fun.
But looking forward, I would say basketball, for instance. Like the finals, I think will end in October, right? And then usually the NBA season starts in October. Is it going to start in like say December, Christmas time for the next season?
That's what the rumblings say.
Are they going to lose games? We're not going to go 82, or we're going to go shorter season to keep?
Hopefully,
to keep, some scheduling.
I don't know.
Lions?
I mean, that's all behind closed doors with them. You never know because they could also just go deeper into the summer next year.
They could. I mean, maybe this COVID stuff will change the way we schedule sports and all.
At least for the next couple of years.
Yeah, it could.
It might, until there's a vaccine.
Yeah, exactly.
And then even when there's a vaccine, then we got to all the next sports year's got to catch up because of the offset, like you're talking about. But but I think the one that could really be the one that I'm really not sure about is football because
look at baseball and how all of a sudden like you're 5-8 games in, the fucking whole team.
Right. And football you're in closer proximity.
Yeah.
There's more players on the team, so more chances for positive tests. And
what does the NFL do?
Everybody's spitting on each other and knocking the shit out of each other, and it's a different game, and it's not as conducive to the bubble thing like the NBA and the NHL because they don't have a 13-man roster like an NBA team. They have a 55-man roster. Mm-hmm. So it's like you can't put everybody into one series of hotels in a certain area. I think
I don't know. I think the NFL's literally not going to happen this year.
It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. They're going to try.
They'll try.
They're going to try their damnedest. They're going to be stubborn as hell. But I think I think because of that, they're in for a whirlwind. I think it's going to be a whirlwind of a season for them because I think they're going to be encountering a lot of issues and they're going to have to really deal with it on the fly. And it's just going to be a total, absolute clusterfuck.
Yeah.
So.
And then all the
phrase of the day, clusterfuck.
Pretty much sports word of the day.
So did you hear? Tangent, not NFL. Did you hear The Rock?
The Rock
and his group. His group purchased the XFL.
Yes.
This is kind of
very interesting.
This is a little bit. Now I feel like I'm overstating it. I was about to say this is a little bit near and dear to my heart because I do like football and I was kind of excited about the idea of spring football.
Yeah.
The XFL wasn't super overwhelming to me. Like I enjoyed it. I watched some games, but I wasn't like bouncing off the walls or anything. We were going to go to a live game. Yeah. But so the one question I have, I don't want to get too deeply into this because it's just the XFL. But here's the one question I have to ask, and I heard this on. Another sports show, so it's not like, I geniusly came up with this idea, but do you think The Rock and his group should change the name?
Change the name of the XFL?
Yes.
No.
Rebrand?
No.
Really?
I don't.
I kind of think they should.
You kind of think they should?
Because it's failed twice.
Yeah.
It's failed twice now.
It's failed once. The second time is because of COVID.
You can blame it on a pandemic.
I do blame it on a pandemic.
Yes, you can, but the problem is perception does not always equal reality. When you're talking about viewing audiences, they have a stigma and a perception that does not always equal reality. Okay. Even though the pandemic is the reason, they will still see it as the XFL failed twice. Now they're trying for a third time.
I can see that, yes. For as far as TV ratings go, yes, the ratings dipped every game pretty much in TV ratings, but live audiences went up. So people were going to games. But then again, this is post-COVID-19. Will people still want to go to games? Mm-hmm. That's the option.
And that's more deeper into it.
Yeah.
That's more into the season when you actually get there. I'm talking about even before that.
Before that, yeah.
The idea that people will see it as the XFL again, like third time around. Like, are we just going to not be interested? And they really, 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 really need people to be interested in order for it to succeed. So I almost feel like they should rebrand and just not that that's still may fail because the AF, Alliance of American Football League, failed, right? The XFL was on track, was doing okay, was doing okay. Like you said, failed because of the pandemic. But does that influence people's perception enough to where they see it's a failed product and now they still want us to try to watch it again for the third time? I don't know. Audiences are fickle.
They are, but will they see, like, because Vince McMahon failed once and he tried to exceed twice, will they see it as a different way as Dwayne
maybe
The Rock Johnson?
But see, that's what I'm talking about, the rebranding. That's exactly what I'm talking about, the rebranding. Is not only do you have The Rock as now that can be your face, but maybe you rebrand it and it's not the XFL anymore. So it's no longer Vince McMahon's pet project that he tried and failed at twice. It's something new now. And people need new. People don't like old. People are fickle, right? So audiences, because the NFL is king and because they always have the NFL to fall back on. Now, here's another thing. Another monkey wrench to throw at you before this video gets too long. Maybe we should cut short. But if the NFL doesn't play this season, like you just said, right?
Yeah.
That's a wide open door for the XFL or whatever they decide.
I don't see the XFL playing.
You're probably right. They probably wouldn't be able to get organized for another 2 years. Realistically, probably wouldn't be able to get organized for another 2 years. But
unless they still have, like, under contract
all the franchises
and everything, like, under contract. So then I could see it happening sometime this year, but early next year. It's probably
a pipe dream.
Not,
They probably wouldn't be ready for the next couple of years, but. And that would also require the NFL not being king for a year, to where people are starved for football.
But the XFL would have that similar problem, though, unless they can come up with a solution better than the NFL.
Exactly. The idea being that by spring of next year, this problem won't be as big of a problem. Now, that could be a total pipe dream unto itself. We could still be dealing with this in spring.
Imagine NFL season does not happen at all this year. At all. Zero. No football games at all.
I'm gonna go. I got a real pistol in the other room.
And then April of 2021, XFL happens.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That would be pretty.
The XFL would swoop in and save the fucking day. You hear me, Dwayne?
Yeah.
You see this? Can you vision it? You know, like it's like an episode of Ballers, right?
Yeah.
You know, look at just imagine it. Yeah.
Just sponsor us and. We got your back, Dwayne.
Hey, guest star.
Guest star.
We got a seat open. Yes. I mean, there's not a seat. We can pull up a seat for you. We will make more time in these videos. We will not cut them short. We will make them long and insufferable just for you.
Yes, I agree. Sounds like a plan.
So, I think that about
wraps it up. Huh?
Oh no! I need a crazy stat. Sorry.
Don't forget. We always forget this for some reason.
I always forget. It's supposed to be my thing, and somehow I forget.
Chris's crazy stat of the month.
I feel like we need like music for this or something like that.
I don't know. I got a new editing software, so maybe I'll put something in there.
So this one's a layup. Okay, this one's a layup. Pun intended, by the way. You'll see it. So. This one's a total layup. Yeah. So I want to talk about Wilt again. We know Wilt has crazy. If you watch my previous videos, I say my like I own this joint. So our previous videos, you know that I've invoked a little bit of Wilt in my day. I like me some Wilt. Yeah. Wilt Chamberlain, for my money, the greatest physical specimen by far that's ever played basketball. Yeah. So. Everyone knows that he scored 100 points in a single game, right? Yeah, that's pretty common knowledge. I feel like
sports fans,
I feel like it's kind of been minimized. Like it's like, he scored 100 points. Like that's just easy.
Easy. No.
Really? The closest anyone ever has gotten to it was Kobe scoring 81, and 81 to be fair, at the shooting guard position, at the 2-guard position is pretty much like scoring 100 points at the center position. So that deserves just as much, reverence, but 100 triple digits in a professional game, playing against other professionals.
And it's really hard to do it in 2K too. Like, I've tried it.
Yeah, you have to have what, like 20-minute quarters?
Yeah, 20-minute quarters. It's hard to do in 2K.
Yeah. So do you know how many rebounds he had in that game?
In that 100-point game? Yeah. No, I don't.
25.
25 rebounds.
Like ho-hum.
Oh, that makes sense. How many?
25 rebounds, no big deal.
Does your stat say how many offensive rebounds that was? Or
no.
I'm pretty sure it was a good amount of offensive rebounds.
Okay. So
this scored 100.
100 points on 36 shots.
36 shots.
36 shots, 100 points. Yeah. So
he pretty much made every freaking shot.
So I want to talk about that season where he scored that 100 points, because that season, it's fairly well known too that he averaged 50 points in a season, right? It's that season where he had the 100-point game. 1961-62 season. He averaged 50 points a game. Average night. A C grade for him was 50 points. But everybody knows that. We've heard that. So what I wanted to kind of point out was the rebounds. Rebounds, right? So, you know how many rebounds he averaged that season?
No.
25.
25 rebounds a season.
25.
Wow.
Ho-hum. Just averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds for an entire season. So, in this day and age, everybody likes to throw on a 20 and 10 guy. 20 and 10 guy, right? Yeah. If you average 20 points and 10 rebounds, you're an all-star. Mm-hmm. He averaged 50 and 25. So that night when he scored 100 points, he just average number of rebounds. 25. Just 25. Yeah. Just average.
Yeah, basic.
No big deal. That's my crazy stat. Woo. 50 points, 25 rebounds for an entire season average is ridiculous. You know what's even more ridiculous? If you think about the nuance of that stat, because one of the other stats I've referenced about him previously is the minutes played per game. He played every single game of that season. And he played more than 48 minutes per game. There's only 48 minutes in a game. He played more than that, which means he played every minute of every game plus overtime. So if you understand how averages work, that's a lot of opportunity for your average to be dropped. Yeah, because it's hard to maintain an elite level like that. That's why 20 and 10 is considered good, right? Yeah, yeah. Because even though players can score 30, 35, 40 points, they can't do it every night. Some nights are going to have 18, 20, 15, 25. So to average that when you're playing every minute of every game means that you are constantly at an absolute elite level.
You're averaging 50 points and there's 48 minutes in a game.
Right.
So you're averaging more
than a point per minute every single game the entire fucking season.
I think I'm cramping up.
That's right.
About that. Oh,
that's right, ladies.
Cramps.
So before we leave,
all right,
I'm gonna take a little dump on the triple-double here because everybody loves a triple-double. So looking at nuances of stats, not to get too nerded out here, which we've probably already lost you, so I might as well ramble on a little bit longer. So everybody loves a triple-double, right? Because it's a simple concept. We as humans, we love simple concepts that we can grasp onto.
Yeah.
So is Russell Westbrook averaging a triple-double better than somebody averaging 50 and 25 for an entire season?
That's a good question. I'm going to leave it up to the if you're going to go ahead and comment on our YouTube show here.
Comment, please. You already know my answer. My answer is no.
I'm thinking yes, leaning towards yes. That's a very good accomplishment, and averaging a triple-double. No. He didn't do one season. He did in 2 seasons.
Sure.
And he never won the MVP for that. So,
but 25, 10, and 11 is not better than 50 and 25.
I don't know.
And 4. I think he averaged 4 assists. I think Wilt averaged 4 assists that season. 50, 25, and 4. 25, 10, and 11 is not better than that. I'm sorry. It sounds better because we can say triple-double.
Triple-double, yeah.
And it's simple. We can grasp onto that. But it's not actually better, right? So sometimes a really great double-double is better than a
double, huh?
average triple-double.
I'm leaning towards triple-double. He's leaning towards Wilt's double-double. Leave us a comment, see what you think. Yeah, we'll argue about it.
I think you're leaning towards crazy.
I'm leaning towards awesomeness, but all right.
Cheers. We're still drinking. We're on our second Belgian beer.
Yes. Oh, good stuff. And we're going to go ahead and move on to...
music?
I think music's next, yes. Cheers to ya.